session of prep. So this is the back offset of my first movement. Here we go. So the goal today is not necessarily training to failure, or at least not pushing anywhere really close to it, because I'm only 5 days out of finals, so I don't want to create too much information, because muscles hold on to water when they are stressed, when they're fatigued. And this week in peak week, especially after doing like 3 back-to-back peak weeks pretty much, I don't want to be holding on to any unnecessary shit, basically. So today's session, the goal is to train hard, create a little bit of stimulus, but not too much so that I can't recover from it. Because I'm training, I've got a rest day tomorrow, and then I've got pull pump on Wednesday and push pump on Thursday. So I don't want to be sore for those 2 days, but I just want to still push as heavy a weight as I can, but just like 1 or 2 reps away from failure, ideally. That was a decent session actually. It took me a little bit longer than what I would have liked, but you know, sometimes you just need to take your time a little bit more in the gym and just relax. Like the thing is with being on peak week, and like especially the last couple of weeks of prep leading up to a show, you do get tired, you get a little bit like ratty, you get a bit complacent, and people that you'd normally chat to in the gym, sometimes you just like sort of keep your head down and you don't really want to speak to them quite as much as you would do normally. Same with like family members, really. Like, you take it out on some of the people that like are closest to you. Your friends get like the shit end of the deal in terms of like your mood swings and that sort of thing, and it's not really fair on them. So the fact that like I'm now into my last peak week, all the fat loss is done. I've already had 2 amazing shows so far this year, and all that there is left is just a couple of days, 2 more training sessions after today. You know, it's time to just relish it and enjoy it, and like be in the moment, be present. As sort of cringy as that sounds, you don't want to just like dive into just being a bodybuilder mindset the whole time. Like, yes, you need to do it for bodybuilding prep. It's super important, because you can't half-ass a bodybuilding prep, especially come like the latter stages of it. But you get a lot of people these days that like, you know, eat, sleep and breathe bodybuilding, and it's just not sustainable, I don't think. I have done it for the last like 8 to 12 weeks, and I've made a lot of sacrifices, so like not seeing friends quite as much or saying no to social events. But you do have to make the sacrifices if you want to be like successful in this sport. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to, you know, become completely solely dependent on bodybuilding to improve your physique. I would say for the last 2 years, I have like lived a social lifestyle. I've lived a relaxed lifestyle. I've trained when I've been able to. I haven't, you know, committed every single week to 5 days in the gym. But I've just been able, you know, having that balance in life of, you know, going to see friends, spending time with family, going to social events. So you don't need to do everything. You don't have to have like meal 1, meal 2, get some steps in, you know. Sometimes it's just a case of doing a little bit more than you did last week. And now, if your goal is to be like a pro bodybuilder, then obviously you need to be doing every single variable that you've got, you know, available to you. But if your goal is just to, you know, get a little bit better every day, then you don't need to take that approach. Like, there's going to be a lot of people out there, especially when you see on social media, that are putting out there that are doing this sort of stuff every day, and they're just not. Like, they're lying. Or they're not lying and they live a really boring lifestyle, because all they do as soon as they wake up is think about a gym, and then the next thing they think about is meal 1 and how much protein they're going to have on meal 2, which is fine, I'm not knocking that, but for general people, you don't need to worry about that. Now, if my goal was to be like a professional bodybuilder, then I would have to change how I go about my normal off-season lifestyle. And so I think because next year my goal, I'm going to do like another 2-year long off-season, because that's worked really well for me, especially being natural. Like, I can't build loads of muscle like in a year's time, so I need to have 2 years off. But I'm setting my goals for the future, and I think they're pretty exciting. So long as I can stick to it, and so long as I can keep this mindset that I'm in now on prep, then who knows where I'm going to end up. But if you don't ever try it, you're never going to know. So let's try it. Why not? I think this year proved that I've got the discipline, I've got the shape in terms of physically, I've got like the genetic sort of makeup to do quite well in classic physique, especially at like a natural level. So the only way to find out how good I can properly be at it is by committing completely to it. And that's what I'm going to have to do. So big 2-year off season, back again in 2 years' time. Try and win some shows, not just come second in some shows, which would be nice. But we'll see. Also, I feel like I just got the fattest pump just from holding the camera for that long. You can't see it now because the lighting is in the wrong position. We are, what are we? We are 6 days out. 6 days out of finals, British finals. And this is, well, it's Monday. This is the start of the peak week vlog. I'm just going to do a peak week vlog this time, and not a daily vlog. Peak week vlog. Welcome. sit back, relax. I'll take it from here.